She went, "Are you taking the piss?" And I went, "Yeah." Slammed the phone down. She never joined. And you can talk to them. They make you feel homely. You walk out with what you've got, and you're happy. And you put it in your buy-to-let or in your own home. Trade counters want you in. They want you out because it's to do with the cost to serve. What colour should I choose? Yeah. Well, what colour do you like? Oh, I like creams. Cream in a buy-to-let. When you're watching a home improvement program, what's the 2 areas that they always concentrate on?
Kitchen and bathroom.
Thank you. You don't need me.
Welcome back to another episode of Property Lunch with Giuseppe. Today I have another special guest with me. I have NickWatchorn. How are you, Nick?
No, well, under the circumstances, the weather's beautiful. I'm just waiting to go out for dinner one evening.
Perfect.
That's the biggest thing.
You drink?
No, I see. You're drinking wine. It's too early for me, and I'm drinking coffee.
Cheers.
Yeah. So, and by the way, this is midday. Don't let me tell you that this is in the evening. This is 12 o'clock and he's drinking wine.
That's true. Just so you know, in Italy, this is very common. We drink during lunch. We don't get drunk, but we drink a half a glass of wine. I get criticized a lot from drinking wine during lunchtime, but that's normal.
It is over there.
But on the other side, I don't get drunk in the pub.
No.
So here we go.
It's drinking, they call it, don't they?
Right, let's come back seriously here on property and this interview. Now, Nick is, you've been a landlord for many years and you spotted an opportunity. Rather than an opportunity, let's say before you spotted the opportunity, let's say you struggled as a landlord as well, especially if one of the things you do during your project is project refurbishment. And then you probably, sometimes probably underestimated the cost of the refurbishment, like everybody does. Probably you went overtime because material wasn't ready or whatever. But then you've seen something, you've seen a pain in many landlords, and then you spotted the opportunity. Now, that's why you created the LNPG. LNPG stands for Landlords National Purchasing Group.
I set LNPG up for 2 reasons, and it wasn't a plan of mine. I kind of fell into it because I'm a landlord and I'm a builder by trade. And again, doing refurbs can be complicated and it can be hard work. Complicated is the wrong word. It can be hard work. Nothing's complicated. Yeah. And it's getting things done in the right order. And you always are going to hit an issue, especially with older houses, with damp, with rewiring, with plumbing, etc. You're always going to kind of hit a problem. Or the tradesman lets you down, he doesn't turn up, or the materials don't turn up. Yeah, or there's damaged goods. And that's been going on since the time of dawn. It really has. And expectations. You need to measure your expectations of when you think you're going to get that job done.
Yeah.
Most times what I see is it's not realistic. Costs were going up and down. You never quite knew what you were paying for your materials. Okay, so what happened was I was at a council meeting and I knew about procurement schemes. Well, I didn't. I knew that they would get special pricing. So what I did was I was at a council meeting and I asked, could we tap into their procurement schemes, their contracts? Because the council need landlords, they don't like us. Landlords need the council, because especially if you have LHA tenants or some people on benefits, you need to work together, or they weren't gelling. And I was invited to a meeting to see, back in 2005, December the 23rd of December, and it was a massive council meeting from the whole of the country. There was about 190 odd people in the room, and I was asked a question. So what I asked was, could I tap into it? And they went, no. And I said, why? He said, because it's a procurement scheme for us. We all have our own. So I left, and a guy followed me out, and he said, well, why didn't you set your own procurement scheme up for the private sector landlords? Oh, I thought, what a great idea. It took me 5 years, 6 years. Everybody loved the idea, but nobody would commit. So then I launched January, or piloted it in 2011. And was it hard work? Oh, yeah. And then you came into no one would believe you. That was the other issue.
Yeah.
It was so hard, and it really was.
I do understand that. Then, of course, you built credibility over the years, but at the beginning, as you said, it was hard. How did you manage to build credibility? Is it by your customers that they gave you that credibility, or is it something that you did in marketing? No,
it was really, I started in 2011, in my first year. We had like, I don't know, 100, 150 odd members. But that was in the Midlands. And then what happened was Simon Zucchi picked me up and said, look, would you be prepared to go around the country and do a 20-minute presentation? Because I love the concept of what you're doing. And I went, yeah. So I started going around the country doing presentations, and I was doing like 2 a week. And then I did all of them. I did the independents, I did the councils. And people think that's easy. Oh, it's not. When I'm coming home at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, staff are ringing me to get me up, yeah, at 9 o'clock in the morning, coming in, leaving my office at 2 o'clock, going to my next meeting. I was down on the South Coast, London, Kent, Norfolk, yeah, Cambridge, Scotland, Wales. I know I live in the centre of England, but everywhere was taking 2-3 hours to get to, then 2-3 hours to get home. And of course, people wanted to talk to you after the meeting, so I wasn't getting away till 11 o'clock at night. 3-hour journey. And then sometimes I was just so tired, I'd pull over in the service station and have a sleep for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then get home. The amount of times I slept in the car, you would not believe it. And car accidents. So it was hard work. However, what that did was people started to hear about LMPG. And normally people hear it once and go, yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, so I don't believe it. Then they hear it again. Then they hear it again. And then they hear it the following year. And they go, he's still about. What happens is most people do something, and if it's going to work, they'll do it for six months to 18 months. So I'm going to ask you the question. Why did you join, and how did you hear about it?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I think it was one of the webinars that was mentioned, and I Googled it straight away, and I found the website, and then I've seen the short video you have on the main page, seen the prices. It's all, you know, upfront and transparent, which I love. And then I said, you know what, I got nothing to lose, because you have also this extra incentive that if you don't use it for the first year, you can, you know, roll over the.
Roll it over.
I'll tell you what. Again, I was very skeptical about this, and I said, surely they're going to find something that either going to say, no, you use something or whatever. And to be honest, when I started out, I signed up straight away, but I didn't have a property. So I didn't have, in the first year, no refurbishment to do. And the second year, they actually started to do it. Then the team rolled over for the first year. So that was, I'm a proof of that one. Now, you're probably not happy about this. I didn't use it, honestly. And then the second year.
Again, can I just say something?
Yeah.
You need shooting.
What?
Why did you join?
Yeah.
When you didn't have a property?
Because my plan was to get a property in the first year.
Oh, okay, fine.
I said, well, I'm going to buy properties anyway in the next few months. And if there is any refurb, you know, I'm happy to do it. Now, it happened that it's not in the first 12 months, but in the 13th month, I actually started doing the refurbishment. And now I use it I don't know, endless time now already. And I can see the advantage. I can see the saving. And I was skeptic at the beginning, okay, because you listen to the tradesman every time you listen to them, and they said, "No, I can get better prices than you."
You are so right. It's because it's LMPG is out of the norm.
Yeah,
That is such a great question. Yeah.
yeah,
And it is really hard for people on the outside to understand.
yeah.
I'll tell you a story. When I first started, I had a member ring me up saying, your prices of your boilers, yeah, they must be seconds.
Yeah.
I went, sorry. She said, there is no way that you can buy a Worcester Bosch or a backseat at them prices. They're seconds. So I said, what, like a clothes shop, seconds? And she went, yes. So I said, no, you can't sell
Second-hand boilers.
second-hand boilers like that, seconds. Like they've got a slight default on them. Yeah, like the gas pipe might be breaking or whatever. I said, no, you can't do that. She said, so tell me where you're getting them from. I said, look, hands up. I said, look, I was walking down the road and you know the massive, great big, massive skips.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I walked down the road and I saw 200 Worcester Bosch boilers. And then I said, I thought, I'll have them. So then I walked another 200 yards. Yeah. And I said, I saw another great big container full of backseat boilers. So I thought, I'll have them. She went, are you taking the piss? And I went, yeah. Slammed the phone down. She never joined. I can't win. That's one of the biggest things is because I have friends in the building trade and they say to me, Nick, you're never going to beat me on price. And I go, okay, give me a Worcester Bosch boiler price. And they go away and they come back and they go 950. And they go, how much is yours? I can't say it. I'm not going to say it live. And they go, well, who's doing that? I went, I'm not in your division. There are separate divisions. Yeah. We come under social housing division. You have retail division. Yeah. Retail means that it's all to do with the cost to serve. And what do I mean by that? And it really is important you understand that. Retail takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. It means that you need lots of staff, lots of space for the retail customer to go there and purchase, like the B&Qs and Wixes. They're in prime position, lots of free parking. That all has to be paid for in the pricing matrix because retail customers are very demanding. They're not experts. So the cost to serve to get this cup to the end user is really expensive. And that's why you have a lot of these sheds will sell imitation products made cheaper. Do you remember buy the real McCoy product against a cheap imitation product? Yeah. Because they can't get all that cost back in the real McCoy products, because if you take a can of paint, Dulux can of paint, professional trade paint, is about £45, a bucket. We call a bucket 10 litres, but if you look at the cheaper brands or the cheaper, it's normally £30. But Dulux can't sell it for 30 because their own brand in their own retail shops are selling it for 45 to retail customers. Trade pay about, 39, 35 because they're a trade account. Now, why is there a price difference? Because in that trade counter, there's normally 2 or 3 staff. The tradesman goes in, the painter says, right, I need that, put it on the account, out the door they go, and they say, put it on my account. So the cost to serve is a lot lower. Retail master customer goes in. Now, the number one complaint that we get, they ain't bloody very helpful. All the trade counters, because the tradesmen, you walk in and they go, oh God, no, not another one. I haven't got time to talk to him. You've got 20 questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the biggest issue we have, is about this customer service journey. I don't ever apologize about that. If you truly want a customer service environment, you've got them there, the Wickses and the B&Q, they're very nice and they'll look after you. Whether you get the real McCoy product or you get a cheaper product, yeah, is debatable. Yeah. Because you've got a young person or whatever, not in a real trade, yeah, counter, who's got lots of years of experience, but they're going to have some knowledge. And you can talk to them, they make you feel homely, you walk out with what you've got and you're happy and you put it in your buy-to-let or in your own home. Trade counters want you in, they want you out, because it's to do with the cost to serve. You've got to understand from their point of view. I have members going in, I want a boiler. And they go, yeah, what boiler do you want? Well, no, I just want a boiler. Well, how big's the house? How many bedrooms? Yeah. And people think they don't say that. Oh, they do. Yeah. I mean, one of the best ones I heard is on carpet. And they say, I have an average size front room. What she said? Yeah. Or what colour should I choose? Yeah. Well, what colour do you like? Oh, I like creams. Cream in a buy-to-let. So these are all the things that we have to live with. Now, that's the kind of environment that we're in. So you've got that sector, the retail. You've then got trade. You've got new build. So there's a building price matrix for the new builds. Yeah. And then you've got contract division for social housing. Yeah. And what happens is we've tapped into that pricing matrix, but because there's so many of us, I have to get you to use what we call the trade counters. Yeah. Because there's so many of us. So now I'm trying to put a square peg in a round hole. Right. I'm putting it back into the trade counter. Now, that's why I employ 11 staff here. There's 11 of us, yeah. And we help on our Facebook. You've seen it on Facebook. Yeah. You've even asked questions. And I'm always about, or someone's about, or I tag Johnny in, or Leanne from Juicens, or somebody from Magnet, and Johnston's are there. And they're all helping. So we've got a great community to help you, so you can lean on us. And 99% of the time, I think we do a great job. Yeah,
I can confirm
sometimes
that. I can confirm that, Nick. I've done it myself. Now I'm doing now 3 refurbishments at the same time, and I can confirm with you, not only the people working with you, you know, at LMPG, Leanne, Amanda, but they've been amazing. Also, the people in the trades. For example, you know, I've used Magnet, I've used Wolsey, I've used Johnston, and they are super efficient. Now, this is something that you mentioned about, you know, not wasting time. So they would just want you in and out. But at the same time, I would say, yes, they are efficient, but they're also very patient. Despite the fact that sometimes you don't know what you want, because maybe the joiner told you, you know, I need to build a fence of 100 meters or whatever. And he says, okay, well, what do I need to order to get a fence of 100 meters? I have no clue. So sometimes I do ask these questions, and they've been super helpful.
Really good. Oh, that's excellent, because we've learned, the manufacturers have learned, and our suppliers have learned, because Juicens, you've got Leanne there to support you. Yeah. We've only had that like 6-7 months. Yeah. We've now got Johnny, and we've had him for many years, but we've now got the 23 bathroom hubs. So if you want a bathroom suite, you ring them hubs, and they're supposed to help you and guide you. Now, it came out yesterday, because they're not used to asking this question. If they don't have it in stock, yeah, you're supposed to say, well, is there an alternative? And I went, well, can't the salesman ask the member, or tell the member, look, it's not in stock, but we've got this, this, and this. Yep. And I went, well, I'm not used to asking that question. I said, how bloody hard is it to ask the damn question? Yeah, you've got a guy on the phone, you're selling products, they want to buy it, match them two things up.
Yeah.
Now we're in a nightmare scenario at the moment because stock is running short on a lot of areas. So give them alternative, help the member. Yes, because members will find a way of purchasing that product, whether it's from me or somebody else, they will find a route. And it's the least resistant. So I've told them to help them. So yeah, it's hard, but it's about getting the right product to you for the right reasons.
And not only that, I had to say the speed of delivery is amazing. Like they order it today, they get in either today or tomorrow, and then you get in next day. It's crazy if you think the normal wait times, especially, you know, not consider COVID. When normal
You've been lucky. You've been lucky.
Really,
because we have but members have got to understand is that we are really struggling some days. Some days it's really hard. I mean, somebody ordered a shower screen. Yeah, they've got to wait 8 weeks for it. So I told the member, ring them up, see if they've got an alternative.
Well, this is what I did. Talking about the shower screen, my shower screen wasn't available for a week, not even like a long time. But I said, okay, what else do you have? So we have this one, which is available tomorrow. I said, yes, just swap it. You know, whatever I have to pay more, I pay more. But at least
I did not know that. I did not know that.
Look, this is a perfect example.
Yeah.
And that's why you are here in this interview, because I'm using a lot the service and I recognize the value.
From my point of view, we don't just run a contract division pricing for members. We run also a support.
Yes.
Help and advice.
What I like a lot from the Facebook group is somebody posts something, you know, I'm struggling to get this one from this brand. And then everybody says, just give LMPG a call and they will they will push it. And it's true, it just happened instantly.
We take over 2,000 phone calls a month because members need that extra support.
Yeah.
And we grow within. And I'm so excited. And we are a handful of people off reaching my ultimate goal when I first started, 5,000 members. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm blown away. And some days when I've got people like you asking me to do an interview, and I thought, why does he want to interview me for? That is so foreign.
Yeah.
I could not understand why you would want to interview me.
But now you know.
No, I'm so proud of my team. They've helped. I'm proud of my suppliers. They've helped us achieve what I knew we could do. And the winner are two people, you and your tenants.
Yeah. Because
your tenants are getting really good products.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that happens to you've got a magnet kitchen, you've got a Worcester Bosch boiler, you've got Johnston's acrylic durable mat, and a decent bathroom suite that's going to last. Your home that you're giving your tenants are going to be proud of that, and everybody wins. So it's a win-win situation. You're not always looking for the cheapest, crappiest product that's going to last 2 minutes.
Yeah, then you spend more by spending less sometimes. Yes. So yeah. I do prefer giving high quality products. So I invest once and I forget about it.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about adding value to properties. In your experience, what are the best ways to add value to a property when you're completing a refurb?
Right. You know the answer to this, and so do all your members. Listen to this. When you're watching a home improvement program, what's the two areas that they always concentrate on?
Kitchen and bathroom.
Thank you. You don't need me. You've answered it, isn't it? It's your kitchen and your bathroom. Yeah. When you go into a house, you go, oh, I like the stairs. The stairs are really nice. Stairs are stairs, aren't they? Especially in the modern 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom house. You don't sit there and ogle the banister, do you? And go, well, that's beautifully painted. Yeah. No, you do not. You go into the kitchen, and most houses are sold on how that kitchen looks.
Yes.
that is the area that I always say gets the biggest increase in value. Also, the tiles, the color scheme. You can make even a crap kitchen look good, yeah, whether it stays looking good in the color schemes, the tiles, and bringing them all together. Yeah. And we on our website, if you put magnet kitchens in, there's hundreds of pictures of magnet kitchens. Some of them you go, wow, I don't even think you could do that.
Yeah.
And even I'm surprised. So it's the bathrooms, your kitchens, and blending your colors in that make a house. And curb appeal. And curb appeal is when somebody pulls up and looks. That's really, really important. Different colors are really, really important. But your kitchen, your bathroom, you can increase the value of your house. There's some statistics out there. I saw, it was a couple of years ago, so don't anybody ring me up and ask me, was that if you can get your kitchen looking good and right, it can increase the value of your house by 10 to 15%.
It could be, yeah, absolutely. Kitchen and bathroom, I would say that the first two things I look as well.
Yeah.
So in terms of, let's talk about money now. We will always say you save a lot of money with an MPG, you save a lot of money, but how much money can you actually save?
Again, if you do a like for like, and use the right materials for the right jobs, you can save yourself a fortune going forward. So if you put a Worcester Bosch boiler in under normal trade prices against LMPG, you'll save a lot of money. Kitchens, exactly the same. If you use the right paint to do the right job. Okay, now let me come back to paint for a second. If I buy a professional trade paint, our price is £26 and retail paint is around that kind of same price. Okay, it might be slightly cheaper, it might be a little bit more expensive, but around that price. How much money have I saved you?
In that case, zero. Yeah.
Right. But you're not bought the same product.
Nope.
If I buy the same product, you will save a lot of money. Yes. But what people measure us at is buying cheap stuff against the real McCoy product.
Yeah.
Now, people buy contract mats, and I'm going to get this in. Contract mat was designed to paint new builds. So they could paint it while it's still a little bit damp, yeah, and get away with it. It has no vinyl in it. The nickname for that paint is called chalk paint. What's all the landlords using? Contract mat. Not everybody, but a lot of landlords are using it because it's £10, because they put no value on that product, because all they do is when they painted it, well, it looks okay to me. Give it 2 months. There'll be scuff marks, coat marks. It will look crap. Now what happens to your house? Starts to deteriorate really quickly because the tenants now lost interest because it looks like a shithole.
Yeah.
Excuse me, French. Yeah. Can you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you put paint on there that you can rub out the marks and you show your tenants, yeah, and the kiddies put a felt tip on the wall and you can wipe that felt tip mark off, now suddenly people are taking pride in their own home. Now people think I'm bonkers. People think I'm absolutely bonkers by spending £30 on a acrylic durable mat. I think, well, why you want to put a £9 tin of paint on the wall? There's a reason why it's £9. Absolute crap.
It's not going to last.
No. What do most people do when they move into a new build?
Repaint.
Thank you. And landlords come along and go, guess what? I'm going to put that paint on that wall.
You know, my tenants, what they did, you know, I put a new carpet. It was a good carpet. And that was before the LMPG. Put new carpet and everything. And the tenants came in and says, oh, I don't like the color. Can I change the carpet? Fine, you can change it. If I knew it, I wouldn't have spent all this money for that carpet. But sometimes it's not just about...
It's what you do.
Yeah, it's not just about quality, it's about taste as well.
Until you've spoken to your tenant, because if the carpet isn't to their liking, they will change it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So talk to your tenants now, but there is an argument. Your house then is not dressed correctly to rent out.
Yeah.
So you've got to weigh that up, because that's really important. Yes. But what you can say is, if a tenant moves in, or you've got a carpet there, don't change it if it's a bit rough until you got your new tenants lined up saying, look, what color carpet would you like? How does that sound? You can choose your carpet to the tenant. Well, you're going to put a new one in anyway.
Well, we do this with the rent to buy, actually, because the tenants are going to buy that house at the end of the term. It could be 5, 7 years, 10 years time. So if they want a new kitchen, if they want a new bathroom, new carpet, whatever they want, they can choose it. Yeah, and we can do it at the beginning. And if they want to change it later on, they can change it at their own expenses. So here we go.
So yeah, absolutely.
One of the last questions I want to ask you is, again, we kind of covered this one again, but how difficult do you think is to find tradesmen that are open for you to choose your own material? Because most of the time they price everything as a ballpark.
I always say this to people.
Yeah.
Be a partnership. If you've got a problem with your builder at the beginning, things go wrong, you're going to have a disaster at the other end.
Yeah.
That's why there's so many stories about my builders run off with my money, build it halfway through the job. And they've got full control. So I don't understand.
Yeah,
Take ownership of it. Work with your builder.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. And at the beginning, I had the same experience. You know, I couldn't find builders that could accept for me to source the material. Then I kind of explained the situation and say, look, I don't want to save on your labor, but if I can save on material, why not? Because I want you to pay whatever your value is, which is you decide, you know, according to your labor. And I'm paying full price there. I'm not going to discount a penny. But if the same material that you're getting, I can get it for a better price, would you like to work with me? Because if we save on this project, we can do more projects together. And now that I know how to position it, they work with me.
Because you are a lovely guy. Yeah. And just by this interview, people would warm to you. But if you're cold and like, right, I buy all the materials, this is the way it's going to be done. Yeah, don't want to, there's no negotiations. Yeah, I'm not going to really, you do what I tell you. I'm making it up. Giving you a real extreme. Yeah. Builder's going to go, yeah, fine. Walk away.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So you've got to work with the builder, because if you get a good builder that you work together, now sometimes it might be a little bit cheaper. Your partnership, when you're doing refurbs, when you're spending 20, 30, 40, 50 grand, don't you think you should be a partnership? Builders, you get good builders. You get bad builders.
Yeah.
You've got to find the good ones that people can work with and help and have a great relationship with them.
Yeah.
Because if you have a great relationship with the builder and you have a great relationship with our partners, you win, win, win all the way.
Right, Nick. So we are towards the end of this interview. I wanted to ask you if we haven't prepared this one, of course, but if we have people listening right now, this video, and they want to join LMPG, do we have anything we can give them because they're watching Property Lunch with Giuseppe? I'm being cheeky here, but
no, you are. And this is, by the way, take 5. Yeah, what I'll do for you, your name is the pass, is the discount.
Giuseppe,
yeah, and we'll give 10% off anybody that joins by watching this.
Okay, so generally people can go on the website, but please do not book on the website because this is
because you can't get a 10% off. You have to ring up.
So ring the office, and remember to quote Giuseppe if you want that 10%. Discount. Is that just a gift from Nick and from myself as well?
Yeah, but of course, with pleasure. And can I thank you? I've loved this video. I've loved this interview.
Thank you very much.
So laid back, honestly.
Yeah, that's a conversation we're having.
And when we can get away on holiday, I'm going to be ringing you because I love Italy, by the way.
Oh, I would love to meet you there.
Yeah.
So Nick, one last question, then we close everything, is what is your plan for the future? What is your vision for the next 3-6 months?
Right, I have one goal. We're just under 5,000.
Okay.
It's been a goal of LMPG and mine, really mine, when I first started. When you got 0 members, to get to 5,000, it's like climbing Mount Everest. I have a goal. That was it. 5,000 members.
Nick, thank you so much for this interview.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Honestly, it's been a real pleasure. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Brilliant. You've been super helpful, and I hope people enjoy it as well. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye-bye.